At an abandoned lighthouse, shrouded in sea haze, the main characters wake up. They are in the middle of a vast ocean, but they are not alone here. A great restaurant, rumored to be a place where horrible food is served, attracts the attention of the children. However, their visit reveals to them a whole new concept of a gastronomic nightmare. A dark and gloomy school, shrouded in gloom, turns out to be an unusual place where children are taught about nightmares. On the trail of Six and Mono, the children find mysterious hints. The mirrors in the house begin to take on a power of their own, leading to a distant world of nightmares. The children are challenged to figure out how to close this portal and stem the tide of horrors. Yes, I'm talking about all three parts in chronological order. We will now compare these three parts of the Little Adventures. The Evolution of Fear, Little Nightmares. The original game, released in 2017, surprised players with its incredible atmosphere of fear and agony. The visual style, inspired by the works of art artist Jan Swander, created a uniquely dark atmosphere. Players are immersed in the world of Six, a little girl trapped in a creepy sea surf. The world of Little Nightmares made players feel helpless and anxious, where every step led to new nightmares and fears. Little Nightmares 2. The second installment, released in 2021, brought an even deeper fear and gloom. A new protagonist, Mono, takes a journey through dark levels, meeting terrifying characters such as Tony, a terrifying schoolteacher. The environments became even more confusing and mysterious, and each new stage confronted the player with new levels of fear and anxiety. Little Nightmares 3. Little Nightmares made its debut at the Gamescom opening night live event. The third installment is expected to continue to build on the theme of fear and nightmares, possibly raising the bar even higher. Horror directors, Little Nightmares. The original game was developed by Tarzia Studios, a young studio trying their hand at the horror genre for the first time. Their unique art style and character designs added a special atmosphere to the game. Little Nightmares 2. Tarzia Studios continued their work on the second installment, increasing the scares and horror atmosphere. New characters and levels added variety to the nightmare world. Little Nightmares 3. Directing was handed over to Supermassive Games, known for their horror titles such as Until Dawn. Their experience in the horror genre could bring new nightmare elements to the world of Little Nightmares. Partnership in horror. Little Nightmares. The original game introduced the single-player journey of Six, which created a unique sense of vulnerability and fear. Players stepped into the role of a little girl struggling to survive in a nightmare world. Little Nightmares 2, Part 2. The second installment introduced the partnership of the main characters, Mono and Six, for the first time. This added new layers of dynamics and interactions between the characters, which enhanced the sense of partnership in fighting nightmares. Little Nightmares 3 provides you with additional scares with Alone, a girl in a green jumpsuit with a wrench, and Lo, a kid with a bow and a mysterious mask. This duo adds new dimensions of nightmare and cooperation to the game. Locations and world, Little Nightmares. The original game set the standard for dark and horrific locations. From abandoned corridors to frightening kitchens, players traveled through a variety of locations, each filled with fear and menace. Little Nightmares 2. Part 2 took us to new locations such as a school and a hospital, each bringing its own unique nightmares and mysteries. This variety added interest and surprise to the gameplay. Little Nightmares 3. The third installment is expected to have some terribly beautiful locations. Necropolis, Fun Fair, Factory, The Spiral. That's all that is known at the moment. Methods of travel, Little Nightmares. The original used unique camera angles and perspectives to create the feeling of moving the character through a nightmare world. Little Nightmares 2. Screens and televisions were a new method of movement, which added an element of mystery and surprise. Interacting with machinery in the game's world became a key mechanic. Little Nightmares 3. Our heroes enter the world of horror through mirrors. It's kind of like a tour of hell with your own guidebook, only much scarier. Visual style, Little Nightmares. The original wowed players with its atmospheric graphical style. Dark and gloomy colors, detailed environments, and gloomy characters created a unique look for the nightmare world. Little Nightmares 2. The second installment enhanced the visual style by adding more detail and depth to the environments. Each new level was a unique visual experience, adding to the atmosphere of fear and mysticism. Little Nightmares 3. The third part is expected to retain the recognizable style, possibly adding new visuals to emphasize the fear and horror. Mysterious Secrets. Little Nightmares. The original game was filled with mysteries and riddles. Players analyzed the environment to uncover the secrets of this dark world. Little Nightmares 2. The second installment deepened this aspect, providing more intriguing secrets and puzzles that required thought and attention to detail. Little Nightmares 3. The appearance of the Sounds of Nightmares podcast will add even more cognitive content to unlock the world, possibly revealing additional details and secrets. Horrible Enemies. Little Nightmares. The original's enemies, such as the host, created an unforgettable fear. Their design and behavior added elements of unease to the game. Little Nightmares 2. The second installment introduced new terrifying enemies such as the Master, each with their own unique threat and ways of attack. Little Nightmares 3. The introduction of Monster Baby promises to add new horror. By comparing him to other enemies, one will be able to gauge how much he brings new levels of fear and anxiety. Conclusion. Little Nightmares is a series that continues to develop its unique form of fear and horror. Each installment presents unique aspects of the nightmare, and choosing the best one depends on your personal experience and preference. It is important to note that the world of Little Nightmares remains an immersive nightmare experience that will haunt you for a long time.